I've been making this delicious brownie recipe for at least 20 years, and the recipe comes from the Zabo Deli Cafe in Newmarket. Pretty simple to make, and I often make it when I'm going to take a plate to some event. So you need 300 grams of butter and 300 grams of dark chocolate. Put them both to melt in a saucepan. I like to put it over a low heat. Then 6 eggs, which need to be beaten until then not too thick, with 1 2/3 of a cup of caster sugar. I cut the sugar back a little bit from what I used to make 20 years ago. Add 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence while beating, and then, as I said, beat until not too thick, but you can see a little foamy. Prepare your tin, 30 by 20 centimetres, lined with paper. Plain flour, 1 1/2 cups. Half a cup of cocoa, and sift those together and then mix them well. You do get lumps in cocoa, so it's good to sift it and then mix them both together. By this time your chocolate and butter should be well melted. Mix them together and set aside to cool. Then prepare the extra ingredients for the topping: a cup of raspberries, frozen or fresh, and 1/4 of a cup of flaked almonds. Now I'm going to add the melted chocolate and butter to the egg and sugar mixture. Just beat it in. It does need to be cool though, so make sure that it has cooled down before you add it. So when that's well mixed, then I'm going to fold in the flour and cocoa mixture. I like to use a large whisk for folding in because it just seems to break up any lumps that you might have, lumps of flour in the mixture. When that's well mixed, you need to pour it into your baking tin. Spread it out and then sprinkle with the raspberries and the flaked almonds. Place that to bake in the oven, 170 degrees, for 30 to 40 minutes. That's the tricky part of making the brownie, is getting that cooking time, and you might actually have to experiment a few times just to get it just right. Cut into small squares and dust with icing sugar and enjoy.